Join us today at yourpower.org.
Okay.
This is the Power Tour. We do candid conversations. We call them industry conversations.
Okay.
And of course, we just thank you for letting us stop into the Harmony Cafe.
Yeah.
The In Harmony
In
Cafe.
Harmony,
Hold on. Let me not make a mistake. In Harmony Cafe.
Yes.
And this is right in the heart of Detroit. I think I even grew up or did some time during my high school years over off of Webb.
Okay.
And so I'm familiar with the area.
Okay.
But just for our listeners, tell us a little bit about what In Harmony Cafe is. Tell them your name, of course. I know you as Tye, but I want them to know what to call you if they see y'all. What, Mr. Tye or what?
Tye's fine.
Okay, Tye's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so we just want to tell our listeners what's going on at In Harmony Cafe, right here we're on Dexter Boulevard, correct?
Correct.
In the city of Detroit.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. In Harmony Cafe. Actually, it was something that we started. My wife and I started about 13 years ago. So it didn't just start here. We had an idea for a place that you can get good, clean entertainment, family-friendly entertainment. You know, what happened was we were looking for a place. We were driving around. We had some time off. We were driving around looking for a place in the city for good, clean entertainment where I could take her to, where I won't be embarrassed at whatever's going on in there, that we can have a good time. But as we were driving around, we really couldn't find anything. This was about 12 years ago. So we and this is how me and my wife roll. It's like, if we can't find what we're looking for, we were like, let's do it to make our own. So so we was like, let's just make our own. So at the time, the church I was going to, the pastor was a businessman.
Okay.
You know, so we went to him and was like, hey, look, we got an idea for this, this place, because I would run everything by him. So I went, I got an idea for this club, this entertainment club that, good, clean entertainment where you can come, eat and drink, good liquids and dance and, have. We were selling coffee at that time too. My wife and I, we were really into coffee. Like all our dates when I was dating her, we would always date at coffee shops. So we always been into coffee. Then once we got married, we kind of was selling coffee kind of out the house, just something that we was doing. So fast forward, we had the idea for a clean entertainment club. So I went to my pastor, talked to him about it. And he looked at the plan, he said, this is good. He said, but why don't you use the fellowship hall? So you won't be trying to put out that upfront money and this and this. So he said, yeah, go ahead, use that, do it as your pilot. So we did it. We did it as our pilot. And it took off.
Wow.
Yeah, we was doing it like twice a month on Fridays or something like that. And it got to be pretty big. So we did that for a little while. We did that for a while as a pilot. So you can come in, it was like a flat rate. You get food, you get a beverage, and good clean entertainment. You can, it's like a party. You get good. And then at the end of the night, we sold coffee. So we're selling our coffee at the end of the night. So we did that. We saw, okay, it's a market for it. But my background is actually IT.
Okay.
So we really started focusing on our IT business. So our IT, we did IT consulting.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see. So one day we're gonna get a spot. We kind of saw, okay, we could do that. But then our focus went back to IT. We started doing IT more. Basically, I did all the ladder climbing. I did all the installations, meeting customers. My wife did the books. She did all the HR. She did all the accounts receivable, accounts payables, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we running that. Sometime during that time, I actually I broke my leg. You know what I'm saying? I fell and broke my leg. Now you gotta ask me, how did I break my leg?
How did you break your leg?
That's the question. You heard of Mount Everest, right?
Okay.
Yeah, people climb that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the story was I wasn't climbing that. I wish I had more of a. No, I was actually playing tag with my kids.
Okay.
So I'm at we at the playground. I'm going ham.
Yeah.
Watching all the other dads standing around.
Yeah.
I'm in it to win it.
Yeah.
I'm going ham. I end up falling into a ditch or a little pothole or something and I broke my upper tibia.
Okay.
Still had jobs lined up. And I'm laying on the ground thinking, oh man, this was stupid. So I was out of commission.
Okay.
I ended up having to like elevate all of my 1099 people who's working for me to actually do the more of the work,
Okay.
right? So I had to pay them more,
Wow.
you know. So, let me back up just a little bit. Sometime in that time, my wife was she started making these vegan cakes, right? And the cakes I thought was like really good. They were so good I started like giving them away to see if they was everybody else thought they was good as I thought they was. And they were. So we would do vendor shows and pop-up shops with her cakes. Wasn't real serious about it, but it's something we did. But once I hurt my leg, that was, you know, she prayed about it and it was like, okay, look, I'm just gonna be faithful over these cupcakes. You know, that's what we got right now. I'm out of commission. I'm laid up.
Exactly.
So, but we couldn't go. I mean, I'm on crutches. We couldn't load up the van and go to these places. So after praying about it, my wife's like, you know, hey, I'm just gonna set it up right on the front lawn.
Yeah.
So we set up a pop-up tent on our front lawn and start selling cakes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would come down on my crutches.
Which okay.
But yeah, and help her set up the tent, you know, before my legs swell up, go back up, and she would just sell the vegan cakes. That's how we were doing.
Wow. The church events and the fellowships in the church with the coffee ender, and then or the coffee closer,
yes.
And then you doing the cakes with your wife.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that coffee with cakes get you to a cafe pretty quickly,
yeah,
right?
You know, I hear you. But it
was still some.
It was
some hurt.
Yeah. So
Wow.
with that, so now with the first cafe, we called it In Harmony Cafe.
Okay.
Like 13 years ago, 12
Wow.
years ago, and let me tell you how we came up with In Harmony Cafe, right? And it's based around our marriage.
Okay.
Actually, you know, we I've been married before, she's been married before, and we recognize that in marriage you can be married to somebody and not be in harmony, right?
Wow.
You could basically be roommates, right?
Wow.
So when we got together for marriage, we one of our vows to each other, one of our talks was that we will always make sure we're in harmony.
Wow.
Right? So we you know, hey, we always check with each other. You okay? You know, or make sure we're in harmony. So that's how we came away in harmony.
That's some good stuff. That's some good. That's some good stuff. So, when did you actually tell us a little bit more? So I kind of get the understanding of how the idea came about, but tell us a little bit more about how long you've been open, some of the things and activities that you got going on around here. We're gonna show a few snippets. In the playback about what I got a chance to witness the other day.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit more about what's going on day to day, and then especially on the weekends, some of those things that I got to saw.
Okay. So what you saw was our energy concert series. Let me back up just a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think this part is real important. During the pop-up tent, I just want to talk about this really briefly. It was in the summertime, right? So it was all good. We get out there, we set up the tent, but wintertime is coming.
Yeah.
So it was prayer. I got into prayer, set up the tent one Sunday, one Saturday, realized, okay, wintertime is coming. The numbers, we're selling the cakes, but the numbers ain't looking like the IT stuff. So once we got into prayer and asking the Lord, like, hey, we're here, we're doing this, but I know you can bless us with a place to do business, And that's when the opportunity happened here.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was, I just can't, I'd be remiss if I sit there and say we did this. And, you know what I'm saying?
You prayed for it.
I prayed about it, and He answered.
Wow.
Every step of the way. I'm constantly in prayer.
That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
Yeah. So back to the events.
Yeah.
So once we got it, we wanted to go back to that entertainment piece, the performing arts piece. But with a brick and mortar, it's a lot more than just using the fellowship hall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So our focus has been over the year has been on opening, getting our processes and stuff like that. But we always had we always wanted to get that performing arts piece. So that's what you saw over the weekend. So we were doing an energy concert series. It was a free festival for the community. Come in, network, talk to each other, and then enjoy. You know, sit down and enjoy each other's company. Sit down and enjoy some music. You know, so that's what we were doing.
So one thing that we like to leave our listeners is with either a mentor or someone that influenced you to get to where you've been able to successfully land at, but then also a resource.
Okay.
Was there one resource as well as one individual that kind of pushed you along and was very pivotal in your path?
I'm gonna say once again, prayer. Like literally, because I had a lot of people pouring into me. And each time I pray. Okay, here's an example. Once we closed on the building, I started pulling, people together as far as business people, that I know who do business, but nobody actually ran a coffee shop.
Wow.
You know?
You don't see too many coffee shops in the heart of Detroit.
Yeah, nobody actually ran. I got some good business minds on my squad. Nephew. I got a couple of nephews who are in the business and stuff like that. But like once again, the coffee shop. So what I ended up doing was went back into prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually, after I closed on the building, after we closed on it, we were excited. And then a few nights later, I'm like, you know how I don't know if this ever happened to you, but you wake up in a cold sweat, like, what did I just do? So I had a moment like that where we closed on a building, we were super excited. I got my wife depending on me, the family, I got a lot at stake. And here we are, I just bought a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to run a coffee shop, right? So...
blind faith.
Yeah, real talk. Went back into prayer.
Yeah.
I went back to my prayer room and just prayed about it. Okay, I said, and this was my prayer. My prayers are simple. It's like, okay, Lord, I like coffee, but I don't know nothing about running a coffee shop. And if you're in this, if this is you, I need you to show me. I need you to show me you in this thing. And within a couple days later, we had somebody come in to read our meter, right? So the real estate closing and all that stuff. They going by to get some final numbers. Literally, after praying about it, somebody was supposed to come out that next day. He didn't make it, so they sent somebody else out. The new person they sent out went down, read the meter, came back up. We're here cleaning up and getting stuff in order. And he's like, man, so y'all got this coffee shop? We're like, yeah. He's like, you know how to use this equipment? We like, nope. And he's like, want me to show you? And come to find out, he said, man, I used to work 17 years at a coffee shop. I know everything there is to know about running a coffee shop.
Wow.
He spent 3 days with us. And then on the third day, he went and got a book that he'd been compiling all this information on how to run a coffee shop.
Wow.
Yeah, I got this, and it's from A to Z. Like everything. I'm talking about from the roast to the dirt that from everything.
Wow.
From dealing with vendors. He gave me the coffee shop Bible. But on top of that, there were some previous owners who came out of Kansas City who used to have the shop. I reached out to them as well.
Okay.
Told them what we were doing. So this guy showed us what he could show us. We went through the book, but I reached out to these other guys who their shop is in Kansas City. Told them what we were doing. They ended up driving up from Kansas City, spent 3 days in Detroit, and really fine-tuned our coffee making skills, really went over our menu. So they're really like our mentors. Like I could literally call these guys up.
The former owner.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not the people. See, they came up from Kansas City and was here for a little while. Then they sold it to somebody local.
Okay, one of the former owners.
Yeah, we bought it from the local people.
Okay.
But I didn't talk to them.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to the
You went to the before them.
Yeah. And they ended up coming up.
Wow. Now how did you find them?
Just word of mouth. Asking questions and stuff like that, and trying to interview everybody. I tried to interview everybody who had a part in the business. Like I actually sat down with like everybody, and took notes. Like, oh, so they had it before. Oh, so this is this, So they did some research, and then once I called them, told them we had it, they were super excited.
Yeah.
They was excited that it was back open, and they ended up coming up.
Wow. Well, listen. We just thank you for allowing us to stop by not only today, But the other day on, I believe that was Saturday when we stopped by, and saw the Community Energy Festival that you had going on, and that was the first annual.
That was okay. Here's the thing. We started it in May. We're doing it once a month.
Yeah.
May, June, July, and August. But this last August, it coincided with our 1 year anniversary.
Wow.
So yeah, so we've been in business 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely want to make sure that everyone and all of our listeners know not only about the In Harmony Cafe and the space that they can rent, right?
Yeah.
They can come over here, rent space, do events.
Yeah.
If it's a great event, you might even partner with them or something like that.
We'll see. Yeah,
we'll see what they come over here and propose.
Yes.
But if not, they can always come in here and stop by and get some great coffee, some great pastries and cakes.
Yes.
I know you have some wraps on them.
Sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, we have lunch.
Wow.
Yes, and we have, of course, the desserts and things like that. Great coffee's off the chain.
Good place for students to work if they're, coming after school or anything like that. So this is just a good place. They're gonna, our listeners are gonna be able to see some of the area that you have here in Harmony. But we just thank you for allowing us to come by. We know that through the links, everyone in our network will be able to get to you, or in our network, Your Power, they'll be able to get you there. And all vendors, if they're ready to throw some events or do some things, and we're gonna send them your way. So we appreciate you, Tye, for taking some time, and hopefully we can support you even much more, and we wish you much success in the future.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Be sure to join us at yourpower.org and maximize your potential.